With names like McKinnon, McDavid, and Marner representing Canada, and Matthews, Eichel, and Hughes on Team USA, many expected to see a barrage of goals between the two nations. Yet in 7 periods of hockey, only 9 goals were scored, proving that even the league's brightest stars can be silenced by elite defense. In today's video, we'll profile Jaccob, Slavin, and Devon Taves to break down what modern defending looks like. Jaccob Slavin and his 8-foot stick were disrupting plays all tournament long, but it was this block shot that got the most attention. People praised his willingness to sacrifice his body, but his execution was what impressed me. Most goals are scored on east to west plays, and Slavin knows this. He resists the urge to move his stick into the shooting lane and keeps it between Jarvis and Marchand, which is the most dangerous option in this situation. With that option taken away, Jarvis tries to elevate his shot, but Slavin once again is one step ahead of him, scorpioning his legs up to get the block. Taves did something very similar when he was faced with a mini 2-on-1. Watch him keep his stick integrity between Fox and Trocheck. Taves knows that Fox likely won't beat Binner from this distance, so instead of reaching to get stick on puck, he defends the biggest threat. Fox delays waiting for Taves to bite, but by the time he realizes he won't budge, he gets in too tight and Taves gets the block without having to compromise his stick positioning. On this 2-on-1, watch how Sanderson slides his stick over to block this Parayko shot. Yes, Werenski had already gotten back, but he gets stick on puck without leaving the passing lane. Too often we see defenders take the bait on 2-on-1s and vacate the passing lane in an effort to get a block on the shot. Sanderson's stick route is the gold standard, and it's what goalies would want. Yes, it gives the shooter a split second longer to get the shot off, but it will block most passes, which is the ultimate goal. Outside of McDavid's tournament clincher, the in-zone defense for both sides was locked in. In the corners, we often see defenders go for either puck or man. Slavin shows us that you could do both. His stick takes high side and his body is positioned for any cutback move. He wedges his stick against the boards to ramp the puck up over Hagel's stick and pushes him away to create the turnover. On this play, Slavin does an excellent job of trapping Cirelli. He leverages his stick to force a cutback and then rotates his body to separate man from puck. Slavin isn't reacting, he's putting players in a position where they only have one option and then he takes it away from them. This next play from Taves is a perfect example that defense isn't just a science but an art. Taves has his man in Gensel, but with active eyes he recognizes this play is breaking down. So he makes an educated guess to leave Jake and swarm, ultimately collecting the loose puck before any Americans. Before we talk about the biggest trend I see in modern defending, I want to thank the sponsor of this video, Sport Contract. With their platform, you're easily able to watch meaningful parts of any game. For this video, we were able to filter for things like Slavin's 5-on-5 ice time, zone entries with possession, and block shots by Devon Taves. For anyone who wants to understand and analyze the game of hockey at a deeper level, Sport Contract is a must. We at Along the Ice couldn't do our jobs without it. Email sales@sportcontract.net if you're interested in learning more about their program. To finish up this video, let's talk about defending early. The stay-at-home defender is slowly fading away from our game. The best defenders are no longer just backing up, they're taking space away up ice. Canada wins this faceoff, but Crosby's shot gets blocked right to Larkin. Instead of instinctually retreating, Taves recognizes Larkin has limited support, and so he aggressively angles Larkin off before he even reaches the blue line. He defends on his toes, not his heels, and doesn't give this play any oxygen. In the neutral zone, you'll notice Slavin loves to cut the ice in half. This accomplishes 2 things. First, it limits space to create offense. If Slavin stays in his lane, the attacking team can work a mini 2-on-1 on his partner. Secondly, it gives Slavin a head start to the more likely dump-in. This provides Slavin with a higher success rate on puck retrievals. In both of these cases, he's first man to puck and bumps it to help. For our defenders out there, I hope this was a good illustration of what good defense looks like in today's game. Too often we associate solid defense with just effort, glossing over the details that result in shutting down players. Share this with a friend or a family member that cares about the defensive side of the puck and comment which player in the league you think is the best defensive defenseman.